After months of deliberation and a lot of here we goes from Fabrizio Romano and getting close to leaving last year, Kylian Mbappe decided to extend his contract with Paris Saint Germain. By doing so, the France international became the club's highest paid player and was given the sort of control that would even make Barcelona under Lionel Messi blush. The move was a huge statement of intent from the Ligue giants, who'd always been bullish about their prospect of holding on to their prized asset, even when he was nearing free agency, and never gave any indication about his willingness to stay on. Today's video will focus a lot on this topic, but we have a couple of other stories to cover as well. For instance, Cristiano Ronaldo has made a big decision about his future, and maybe we're getting close to seeing this saga end once and for all. Juventus, meanwhile, are desperately looking for Paul Pogba's replacement after the Frenchman suffered yet another injury soon after making an emotional return to Turin. Before we get started, we want to share the sponsor of today's video. The OneFootball app is the ultimate football platform and is a must-have for every football fan, so that you can follow all of your favourite leagues, teams and players all the time right from your phone. You can be sure to turn on notifications for specific players to be instantly alerted when they score a goal, or when they are involved in other breaking news. It is the best and easiest way to stay up to date with everything football. Click the link in the description down below to download the app right now. You won't regret it. After complaining of pain in his right knee, Paul Pogba underwent radiological examinations which revealed a lesion in the lateral meniscus. In the next few hours, he will undergo a specialized orthopedic consultation. Therefore, in order to continue his treatment, he is not participating in the trip to Dallas. This is how Paul Pogba's adventure back at Juventus after a contrasting stint with Manchester United began. Terrible news for the French international midfielder, who could even miss the next World Cup with Les Bleus. A huge blow also for the old lady, who were looking forward to the reunion. So to replace him, the Piedmont club is chasing multiple tracks. Internally, first of all, since the Gazzetta dello Sport recently affirmed that the leaders of Turin were thinking of his compatriot, Adrien Rabiot. However, a month from the end of the transfer market, the Bianconeri, who would also like to part with the former Parisian, as well as the ex-Barcelona player Artur, who is linked with Valencia. With this in mind, and to fill the void left by Paul Pogba and Weston McKennie, who is also injured, Juve are looking at options. Under contract until June 2024, Leandro Paredes of PSG is being followed by La Vecchia Signora, who intend to secure his services this summer. In addition to the Argentinian, for whom optimism is in order, Juve are also interested in the profile of Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. Aged 27, the Serbian midfielder from Lazio is regularly quoted during the different transfer window periods without ever leaving Rome. However, Juventus are reportedly willing to pay €60 million for the player's services, so anything can happen. This weekend, they're still talking a lot about Cristiano Ronaldo, and for good reason, since the Portuguese played his first match of the summer with the Red Devils, in full drama about his future, since he would like to do everything to leave Old Trafford and find a club that participates in the Champions League. There was also a small bit of controversy during the friendly game against Rayo Vallecano, since Ronaldo left the stadium before the end of the game. Now, it has transpired that Ronaldo had actually set a deadline to find a club. He wanted his future to be sorted out before Sunday and the start of the next season, where Manchester United will kick off proceedings against Brighton. However, that is unlikely to be the case, and Ronaldo is likely to be a United player when they host Brighton. For now though, the only credible options that remain are Atletico Madrid and Napoli, but both teams need to free up space to accommodate Ronaldo. While Real Madrid and Florentino Perez were not happy with the decision, the truth is that Kylian Mbappe is going to be a PSG player for the foreseeable future. At the age of 23, the forward has a lot of time on his hands, so maybe he will end up representing the Spaniards at some stage in his career. The player had agreed deals in principle with both teams, but eventually decided to extend his stay at Parc des Princes. Following his signing, Mbappe had a few things to say, which shed light on why he wanted to stay in France. Leaving my country isn't the right thing. There is a sentimental aspect to this. It is my country. The ongoing project has changed as well. That has made me want to stay here, because I don't think my story is over yet. That goes for me collectively and individually. I think there are many more wonderful chapters to write. Since he joined from AS Monaco in 2017, PSG have won 11 trophies, which include 4 Ligue 1 titles, 3 Coupe de France crowns, and 2 Coupe de la Ligue triumphs. Champions League glory has eluded him so far, but Mbappe believes that staying at PSG will see him eventually end the curse. Of course, there are rumours that PSG offered the player some modicum of control over sporting decisions, which also include who stays and who leaves. However, Mbappe has denied those rumours. But then again, we're sure Mbappe was offered a lot of things, because soon after his extension, the club fired sporting director Ronaldo and replaced him with Luis Campos, and replaced Mauricio Pochettino with Christophe Galtier. Players who were once considered untouchable are now being linked with moves away from the club, such as Neymar and even Messi. So there you have it. Mbappe didn't just leave PSG because of his love for the club. He was convinced by the project, was given a lot of freedom. It wasn't about the money, but it was definitely about influence, something Real Madrid were never going to give him.